When you're offering a robust service product that's very versatile based on the needs of the clients, it's really, really hard to put together pricing that makes sense to everybody. So as you look at the pricing page, you'll see three distinct sections. The bottommost section are what we would call the a la carte kind of things. So one-off projects where you're not looking for a long-term engagement, and there's some pricing there for things we do from training to program reviews to program startup, all that kind of fun stuff, including on-site visits. So that's the a la carte. We don't, if that's what you need, we're happy to do that for you. The top two sections are in the white boxes, are long-term engagement, which is really what we try to get our clients into, as much for them as it is for us, so we can allocate our time appropriately, but more importantly, so they can build the program that they need to have to secure the future of their mission. So the topmost is the fractional plan giving. That's what I talk the most about because it's really where we see the greatest need. We see the greatest need in helping nonprofits put together, manage, and execute a plan giving program in a turnkey way. So that fractional element is just what it sounds like. It is coming in as a plan giving director for your team, on your team, planning, implementing, and reporting on that program independently so that they can make that program a success and grow it in the community. Inside of that program, you see the price varies from a minimum to a maximum based on portfolio size. We believe once you get to the maximum, you really need to be looking at hiring a full-time development or full-time plan giving director, and we'll help you go through that if you'd like us to. In the meantime, those other sides are from we haven't done anything all the way up through we've got a program, we just need someone to come in and really make it successful. And so at the very bottom of the end is for people who have less than 25 plan giving prospects. Now, when I say plan giving prospects, I'm not talking about the potential, right? We'll manage that. This is actual people who have identified saying these are people who are likely to make a planned gift in the coming days. And what we see most often is when we come in, it's zero, right? So we're coming in helping to develop that program from the very, very beginning. And so it's the same kind of step. We just reallocate our time accordingly. Now, time's an important part of it, right? So you're paying for this fractional plan giving director. What is they're going to be doing? Well, we like to kind of look at it in two ways. So first is the external, and that's what we're doing out in the community, if you will, right? So we're meeting with your donors, we're cultivating your donors. And they become our donors, right? Because we're part of that team. We're putting together the plan giving marketing. We're helping execute the plan giving marketing. We're following up on leads. We're sifting leads. All the things that you expect a plan giving director to do, we're doing for you in this turnkey kind of element of it. The internal is just as important, but can be a real time suck. So we have to be very, very careful in our relationship with the organizations, right? So the internal is things from team building, right? Getting to know who answers the telephone, so they know our name and know how to direct calls. Getting to know you as the executive director or the development director. Getting to know the other members of the team. Getting to know the programs in the organizations, right? So the first part of an engagement, the internal, is really the bulk of the time. Right? It's getting into the data, getting to know the data, getting to know how to transfer data for your organization. And every organization does it differently. Sometimes we're in the database and we're actually entering it in. Other times we do it through Excel and there's an import function. Other times there's a long list of ways that we do during the onboarding process that we cover with you about how you want us to interact with your organization as part of your team. So the internal covers a whole bunch of things from managing programs to the administration, to the reporting, to board meeting with board members, meeting with the leadership of the organization, meeting with the team, all that kind of stuff. Those routine meetings with the direct supervisor, normally a development director. What does that look like? All that's in there. And so we make sure we account for that and how we budget our time internally so that you're getting the very best product and you're seeing success quickly. So while it does take up the majority of time on the front end, it isn't exclusive, right? So we're going to be looking at your data, looking to find that low-hanging fruit, if you will, which I don't particularly like the term, but I understand the term. Those donors who are ready to make the planned gift quickly, we're acting on those right away, in addition to building the team and building out the material. So there's the internal and the external. We have to do both of those to be successful as part of your team. And then the step down below that you're going to see is called a guidance and accountability partner. And that's just what it sounds like. That is, your team, or you or your team, understand plan giving to a degree. All right, you understand the very basics elements of it. You've gone through some sort of training, but you're not comfortable with it, or you're getting derailed by the tyranny of the urgent. And so by doing these bi-weekly calls, we set up goals, expectations, for you to help hold you accountable, so that you have a direct plan. So this week I'm going to be doing this week I'm going to be doing that. We'll help you review caseloads, help you identify key prospects that you want to shift your attention to that may not have come into your attention from a major gift standpoint, but they're really good plan giving donors. We'll help you look at your marketing and make sure it makes sense. All the things we're doing it from a coaching standpoint or a consulting standpoint, depending on what you need, how you need it, or in both in different points in a relationship. But we do those in a set bi-weekly call. And, we meet Thursdays at 10 a.m., but only Thursdays. No, we're flexible. We want to make sure we're meeting your needs, but we try to keep it blocked out so we can be respectful for your time. You can plan accordingly. And at the same time, when you have to go on vacation, you have a donor meeting, those are always going to take priority. And so that has a flat monthly fee as well, because it's a much lower rate, but it's you doing the work, whereas the fractional is someone actually coming in and doing the work for the organization. So they're part of your team. They're your fractional plan giving director. And so it really is a very different element of it, but they're both important depending on what it is your organization needs. And then that bottom part where we started, the a la carte, which is just a particular project, kind of a one-off kind of thing. And sometimes we start that way and build, but most often we'll start with a fractional plan giving director. That's our most common element of it. And we work with you to design what you need. All of that to say, if one of these don't meet what you need, let's talk. Let's find out what we need so that we can build a program that meets your needs. If you need something in between the two, between a fractional and accountability, we can certainly do that. We have done that. It can be really successful. You've got a really good team already. It's just a matter of helping them come along from the plan giving side of it. So what is it you need? We want to make sure we can do that for you, and we want to be as flexible for you as we can. Each of our plan giving directors have a significant experience working across a wide set of verticals, from everything from animal rights to social services, churches, ministry groups, special needs, a whole gamut of areas where we have worked, including small colleges. So we want to make sure we have what you need, pair you with the right individual for your team, so that you have this consistent, ongoing professional relationship as part of who it is and how you're representing the organization in the community. So again, reach out to us. You'll see several buttons throughout the page saying schedule your introductory call. It's a no cost, no obligation call. We want to get to know you so you can get to know us. We know how and if we can work together. So, all right, well, hopefully that's helpful. But if you have other questions, please don't hesitate to let us know. You'll see both the contact link and that introductory call link. All right, thank you so much.